Good afternoon, I hope everyone's well today. It's been a few weeks since I banged on about my favourite hobby horse in this United Kingdom, the Scottish separatists, the SNP. What have I got for you? Well, apart from Neil Gray and his 3B gates, which is no surprises here, that's what they all do. They think that because Reform UK is rising in the polls in the whole of the United Kingdom, and yes, that doesn't include Scotland, that's the reason they need to separate from the UK. Well, at least this week, at least. There's always going to be something with the SNP. They need to wax lyrical about separation from the UK, even though a referendum is not on the cards, and I don't think they would get one in any event. They could bang on about it. In fact, they've been banging on about it since they lost the last referendum, and they've never got another one since. So no, I don't think it's on the cards. This is the big secret I want to tell you about the SNP. They don't actually want to separate from the UK. They want to bang on about separation, but that's all they have. They don't actually want to leave. The reason why they don't want to leave is because it means the end of the gravy train. Oh no, they're happy to be up in Hollywood on their perch, spouting anti-English rhetoric. They're happy to do that. And they're happy to espouse anti-right rhetoric as well, if you think of Hamza, Humza, Yusuf. However, they do not want to leave the UK, because they know how good they've got it in the UK. They only want to join the EU again, because the rest of the UK voted to leave. Back in the day, when we were joining the EEC in the 70s, the SNP were opposed to it, because the rest of the UK were for it. This is generally what they do, the SNP. They'll take the opposite line to whatever the UK policy of the day is. That's all they've got. There are protest movements, nothing more. And that's why there's a lot of people in Scotland that will vote for them as a protest vote, because they are not Labour and they are not the Tories. And this is where Reform has put a spanner in the works, because they are rising in the polls, they are rising in Scotland as well. And they're just using this as the latest excuse, the SNP that is, to say, look, we need to leave. In fact, they could look down south and say, look, they wear trousers in England, we wear kilts in Scotland. That is why we need to separate from the rest of the UK. They never think what's best for Scotland, and they never think above next day's agenda. This is the incompetence that is the SNP. The only positive that I can think of from the SNP's rhetoric is that it's just so predictable. They have no original ideas. Reform will do well in the Hollywood elections, and there's even rumours that they're going to make sure that the Greens don't get a foot in the door, which is brilliant. There was a recent case in Scotland where these green energy policies actually killed one of the rare eagles that we have in the UK and Scotland. Nothing from the SNP, nothing from the Green Party on this, no official statements. I thought they were all for environmentalism. They're not for environmentalism, they're for their pet projects, and they're for the gravy train. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a like and subscribe. Maybe consider sharing the video if you think I'm onto something. As always, thank you for watching and have a good day. Rule Britannia.